Hello again, everyone. I have a pretty sizable update in regards to what I've managed to accomplish over the course recently. This one is fairly large, so brace for some update. I managed to pay $100 for a Nintendo Switch OLED. Obviously this is just the box, so let's look at the actual console itself, and you'll see how this seemed to happen. I'm not sure how, but definitely a fair bit of luck involved. So it came with a protection case, which is nice, a Nintendo branded dust wipe, which is nice. No games in the holder itself, but the condition of this is pretty nice, especially in regards to the screen. The Wiimotes are a interesting blend of purple and orange, some scuffs here or there, small cracks around the side, but nothing too major. Biggest issue is the stand is obviously coming off, so a bit of a problem there. But the actual console itself, the battery seems to be dead and or not turning on, but it does work. I did test it. No game card included, that's fine, and the game card port is not sticking, so that's probably the reason why I managed to get it for 100. But I managed to get this for 100 with the box and some games, which always interesting. The main thing that drew me to the interest of this lot was what was included. A rail was included for one of the Joy-Cons, and these games in particular. Minecraft Dungeons Ultimate Edition, Pokemon Shining Pearl, which you'll understand why I got excited about that, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and Minecraft. And this is the version of Minecraft that came with the Switch that also includes the Super Mario mashup and the DLC that was included for playing on Nintendo. So this, for $100, was insane in terms of a major positive win, effectively. Now, I have just a standard stock model, really old version of a Switch. It was the red and blue console that I picked up on Marketplace that I had to fix and clean. This appears to be a similar project. I'm going to have to do a little bit of maintenance on improving the stand and the general ports, trying to fix some of the scuffs around. What I think that I will likely do is probably do a complete shell replacement. I've never had an OLED. The OLED is very nice to look at. It's very pleasant. But because I'm not much of a handheld gamer, this seems to be one that I'm going to clean, fix up, and sell. As there are a variety of games here that I'm not as interested in, the ones I'm likely going to keep are going to be Pokemon Legends Arceus and Pokemon Shining Pearl. I enjoy Pokemon games, and these hold their value rather well, and I enjoy them. They're very fun. I've been meaning to try Pokemon Legends Arceus mostly because it allows you to see the history of Pokemon, which is really nice to see, and I played the original Pearl on the DS. It'll be nice to see the remake. Now, the overall update to this game in which they, not chibi, but the graphical improvements that turn it from a 2D sprite game to a 3D smooth system in the same vein as Link's Awakening remake and the variety of games that have been remastered or remade. This one will be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to dealing with the fossil and digging system. The Grand Underground was always a big part of what I enjoyed in this game. So that will be fun to re-explore. But Minecraft Dungeons, and I play Minecraft on PC, the idea of playing it portably doesn't really interest me. I might hold on to it simply because it contains the Mario information, but it still doesn't stop it from just being Minecraft. And Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, this is just a standard Ubisoft game that allowed it to also play with Rabbids. From my understanding, this is akin to like an XCOM style game, which Rayman Rabbids and Mario characters, it doesn't seem like my style of game. This is a fairly common game. I might hold on to it, but I doubt that I will. I'll probably just try to get rid of these three and go from there. So, reeling from that type of situation, I eventually came across another type of listing, which was trying to sell broken Nintendo Switch Lites, and they were $50 a pop, but I managed to get 3 of them for 120 flat. Now, obviously, there are some problems with the condition of these. This is a light blue. You can see the general issues. But upon closer inspection, the actual system itself is in pretty good shape. Key responsive buttons. There's no back stand. No micro SD card attached, obviously. But apart from the caps being an issue for the Joy-Cons, nothing too specifically wrong. It does turn on, it does appear to work. The biggest issue with this, turns out, is just a screen protector. That was cracked. So the actual LCD screen is perfectly fine. And the fact that this was included is pretty fantastic. I got extremely lucky that the broken aspect of it was a protector. So very nice. I'm probably just going to restore the caps, improve any scuffing, really heavily clean it up, wipe it completely, and go from there. Honestly, it doesn't need much work. I will do what I can, improve this, sell it, and regain the cost of what I paid for. The purple one is in worse condition, mostly because the game card slot is not staying on. One of the Joy-Con caps is off completely. The sticks themselves feel fine. The triggers, very nice, but you can see some wear and tear. This does not have a screen on it. The actual digitizer itself has what looks like minor bite marks. So it seems like this entire shell and screen will need to be replaced, mostly just to improve the condition of this and make it in a good enough condition to sell. So I will take you through the process of that as I get the parts needed to complete this. And finally, one other one, but this is the Animal Crossing version, which extremely excited me because this was a limited edition variation. This is the version that was shipped out with Animal Crossing, and it seems to be in pretty great shape. Apart from the digitizer, which will need to be replaced because of all the scuffs that are on the actual screen itself, there appears that they never put a screen protector on this. But clean up the caps, improve the buttons, make it not sticky, really give it a nice bit of cleaning, and this will be the one that I'm keeping. Repair and replace and sell these two to recover the $120 plus cost for all 3 of these. I'm expecting that with the parts, everything will probably come together to around $150, $160. I'm probably gonna have to pay about 30 or 40 bucks in parts. But ultimately, if I can sell the 2 of these for 80 plus bucks, which is a pretty fair deal given that the Switch Lites go for $200 new, given that I will have put a lot of pristine love and care in refurbishing these back to a state that makes them nice for somebody to have them. I'll be able to keep the limited edition version because it's Animal Crossing and it should be a nice addition to my collection. Ultimately, pretty fantastic haul. Problem, it wound up being $220 in terms of cost for all of this. But anybody taking a look at all of this and saying $220 is not worth this would be, it's fairly laughable to say that that isn't. Now, obviously, going into debt is not a positive, not a pleasant aspect, given that I have to go through the process of making sales to recover the cost that I put into this hobby. That is the byproduct of this. I have the benefit of being able to try to go through that, and that's nice. but I don't want to just constantly keep incurring debt to improve my collection. Granted, that's how most people improve their collections, but the idea is to recover some of the cost that I go through and improve the conditions of the things that I come across, fixing things, improving things, selling them the ones that I know I don't need, and getting back to what I enjoy. So, if you want to follow along with the process of how I go forward with all of this, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking. Leave a like if you like, that always helps. Any type of feedback is always appreciated, so thank you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.